Hi guys! So I'm posting a video today about my experience at MEPS. I just went last week to the MEPS station in St. Louis, Missouri for entrance into the Army National Guard. So I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys an overview. Since I know there are some videos for females out there, not a whole lot, and this doesn't pertain necessarily, it's not just for females, but it'll be helpful kind of to get an idea as to what it's like since I just recently went. A couple things to keep in mind. I'm already done with college, so I probably have a little bit of a different perspective than some of the other people going. A lot of people that were there were still in high school or had just recently graduated. So I have a little bit of a different perspective just because I'm a little bit older, but that's something to keep in mind. So I did 2-day processing. So the first day I took a shuttle down to St. Louis, and then when you show up, all you do is your ASVAB. So you're going to take your ASVAB and then you'll get your score right there as soon as you're done. So if you have a certain job in mind, you'll know right then whether or not you qualify. After that, you're going to go to the hotel if you're from out of town. They put you up in a hotel for the night. You will be placed with a roommate. If you're a female, you'll get a female. If you're a male, you'll get a male. And you're there for the night. So they give you a voucher for dinner. You get a voucher for breakfast. And they're going to lay down a whole lot of rules for you. So they had a lounge there for us with game systems, TVs, Wi-Fi, etc. We were able to leave. I don't know how other processing stations do that, but we were able to leave if we wanted to. We just had to sign out and then sign back in. We had a 10 o'clock, I think it was 10 o'clock curfew, 11 o'clock maybe. We had to be back in our rooms, lights out like an hour after that. And there are cameras everywhere, so don't do anything stupid. And just follow the rules, make it through the next morning, and go to bed early because you're going to have a long day. The next morning we had a 4:30 and a 4:45 wake-up call. You'll have time to shower, get downstairs, eat breakfast, and then all of us had to be in the lobby and ready at 5:45. And then they did roll, and then we all walked over to the processing station. It was right across the lot. So you're going to go through security, so don't bring any weapons with you if you don't need it. You're only there for 2 days. Once you get through security, you'll go upstairs and start your processing. So the first thing we did is went to our hearing test. They put you in a booth with 5 other people, so there's 6 people total, and you're going to put on a headset, and you're going to hear little beeps in the headset. And they give you a little clicker, like looks like you see in a game show with a little button on top. And every time you hear a beep, you're going to click it, and they're going to do that on both sides of your ears to check and see which frequencies you can hear. After that, we did vision. So your vision test is just going to be like it is at the DMV or when you go to the eye doctor. They're going to check for red-green color blindness. If you're going into the Army, they also check depth perception and distance, how far you can see. After that, we waited around for maybe 30 minutes, and then everybody went into a room. We got a briefing. The sergeant that came in and went over everything he told us what's expected of us, what our day was going to consist of, how we should behave, etc. After that, it took about 45 minutes to an hour. After that, a female staff member came and grabbed all the females. There were only 8 of us. So she came and grabbed all of us. We immediately did our breathalyzer tests, and then we went for our urinalysis. If you have to pee when you wake up, pee, but then drink a lot of water. If you can hold it, because you're going to have to pee. And if you can't, you're going to hold up everybody else and yourself, and it's just going to take a lot longer than it has to, so just make sure you have to pee when you're supposed to. There are no doors on the stalls when you go, so if you're shy, get over it, I guess. After we did the urinalysis, which they do drug testing, a quick drug test, and then for females they do a pregnancy test. After that, we had our blood drawn. I have really tiny veins, and the woman who drew my blood was able to get it in one stick, and she didn't have to stick me again, so that was nice. I know for sure they test for HIV. I'm sure they test for other stuff too. Then we had an interview with a doctor. So you do that individually. It just depends on who they have on staff. Females had a female doctor that day. Males had a male doctor that day. So you go in, you have your individual interview, and she kind of just goes over your medical form to make sure that your story isn't changing, make sure you filled everything out. If you need to explain anything that's on the form, that's your time to do it. After that, we went and did our exercises. Had to plug in. We went and did our exercises. So you're going to do group exercises. Males will be with males, females will be with females. You're going to get down to your underwear. So girls, make sure that you're not wearing any thongs. Just wear plain Jane underwear. You don't need to look fancy. And then I think it was between like 20 or 22 exercises. And they just look at your joints and make sure you're moving properly and that you can perform your job functions without any extra help or accommodation. They check your spine to make sure your spine is straight. Check your feet to make sure they're not flat. And then you do individual exams. This is where they split up. You're already split up, but this is where it's a little bit different. You'll do male and female exams. So if you're male, I'm sorry, I don't know what yours is like. Females, she checked our ears, our eyes. She looked inside our mouth. She felt us all over our abdomens, our necks, our backs. She'll listen to your lungs, your heart. And then she'll do an exam like you would at the gynecologist, except she just does she'll do a breast exam to make sure you don't have any lumps or bumps or anything. And then she just does a quick peek. There's nothing invasive. It's not a big deal. Don't freak out. After that, we broke for lunch. And when you get back from lunch, you find out whether or not you passed your physical and you're fit for service, or you did not pass your physical, you were unfit for service. I know we did have a couple people go home after that. If you are deemed fit for service, you go and meet with your liaison office, and they will get you set up with a career counselor, and that's when you can go and pick out your job. So this is also where it's a little bit different. Like I said, my recruiter had already locked in my job for me at a unit before I went, and I had everything set up already. So my process was pretty short, pretty simple. You sign a lot of papers. Whoever your counselor is going to go over your security clearance application, and they're going to re-ask you all the questions. Is this yes? Is this no? Do you know this person? Are you related to this person? Again, just to make sure your story doesn't change, or if it does, that you can go ahead and correct it. After that, you go and meet with another counselor who does a more thorough check on your background. You turn in fingerprints. I had fingerprints done before I went, and I did them again when I got there. And then if everything goes through, then you just wait to swear in. If you are going into the National Guard, your swear-in process is a little bit different than everybody else's because we have a different, I don't know if it's an oath, but it's different than the other armed services. So you'll be in the same room with everybody, but you will do your swear-in either before or after everybody else. We did ours before, because it's state specific. After that, you're good to go. Now, if you're in National Guard like I am, you will then be going to RSP, or Recruit Sustainment Program, which means you'll be doing drill with your unit until you leave for basic. So it's May, and I'm not leaving for basic until November. So that means I will be doing drill with my unit every month until November. That is also a little bit weird, because I'll be moving, and I'm not going to be permanently staying with my unit. I was placed in an infantry unit. I was told that women, unless they're an E6 or higher, are not allowed in infantry units. So that'll be interesting. It's my recruiter's unit, so it'll be kind of cool. I'll have somebody there who's familiar, who I'm comfortable with. if I have any questions or anything. But it'll be a little bit different. But I'm excited. I go in a couple weeks. If I left anything out, or if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments below. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. If I don't have the answer, I will try to direct you to some information that does have an answer for you. If you are shipping out in November to Fort Sill, go ahead and comment below. I'll be doing my basic at Fort Sill. So I will post again in a couple weeks after my first drill and let you all know how that goes. And I will continue to post videos up until basic, and then I'll be gone for about 6 months before you guys hear from me again. So again, go ahead and leave those questions, comments, concerns, and I'll get back to them as quick as I can.